It's just 3 months away until the Global TapRooT Summit, June 14th through 18th in Knoxville, Tennessee, and on the World Wide Web. I know, we're going to do a virtual hybrid version of the summit this year.
And some of the courses.
And it's just really an exciting time to be trying out some new technology and be able to hopefully be able to reach more people this year than we can in a normal year. So I think this is going to be really fun.
Well, certainly reach more than you do in a COVID year, right?
We're definitely going to do that.
Yep.
Definitely. So we've got it set to where it can work out for you whether your company is making you stay home or you are free to come and see us in East Tennessee.
And we really want people to come down here if they can.
It's going to be a lovely time of year.
And we're hoping that by June, everybody's vaccinated and the thing has gone away, but they who won't be named.
But we're working to suit either situation, and and whatever your needs are, we're gonna see that they are met. We are going to talk about Mark Paradise and I are going to talk about the pre-summit courses. This is a huge part of the summit, and it's very important. This is where you can get some courses that you can't get a lot of times during the year.
That's right.
And some of them are going to be virtually only. Some of them are going to be virtual in person. And that's what we're going to talk about, what they are and how you're going to see them.
That's right.
So Mark, tell us a little bit about just kind of your overall concept of that pre-summit course.
Okay, well, first off, I always pick these courses for things that I think people need and things that we can bring to them that they may not get someplace else. You know, TapRoot's something we bring that they just can't get anyplace else. These other courses are sort of the same thing. So I look at what our instructors can do, the topics we have, and then sort of cut that down to a group that I think really represents a good bunch of courses to choose from.
Right.
And of course, a lot of the certified instructors have to go to one of these courses, so I like to keep things new coming in, but also keep a large number of courses to pick from. Not large, but quite a few of them.
Variety,
a good variety of courses, that's the way to put it.
Well, so like we said, some of it's going to be virtual and some of it is going to be in person. So some of them, if there's one of these...
I guess I'd say the ones in person are also... Well, only one of them is not...
both.
What do we call that? Only one of them is not...
Not a hybrid?
A hybrid course. That's the standard 2-day TapRoot course.
Yes.
Because we have a 3-day virtual TapRoot course, which is, I guess, the first one we should talk about, that starts on Sunday.
Let's do that.
Starts on Sunday, runs through Tuesday, 6 hours a day. It's our virtual course that we've been doing, I guess I'll say on-site, but it really isn't on-site, but we've been doing for companies. And we're going to do that as a public course, and it's a Sunday through Tuesday course.
Yeah, so if you're interested in sending some people to that, and you've sent people to the summit in the past, and you expect it to start on Monday, this one course is starting on Sunday.
Right.
So you will start a day early, but you don't have to get in town a day early because you just get online.
This is going to probably, if they're coming to the summit, they're probably going to come virtually to the summit and go to that course.
Right.
So they basically have 6 days of virtual. Well, it's 3 6-hour days.
Yes.
2 7-hour days and 1 3-hour day.
Yeah.
So it's not overwhelming. It's not overwhelming.
Yeah, absolutely. But we're also that's our essentials course. It's what is our normal 2-day course. And so that course is, if you've never taken TapRoot before, you're the target audience for that, because or you're a refresher.
Or if you're an instructor and you're thinking about, we haven't started licensing yet the virtual course, but we're going to eventually be doing probably be doing a virtual licensing also. And so that's one you may want to just go to see if you're going to go to this.
See how it's going to go.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea. I didn't think about that.
So certified instructors might go to it just to see what's the virtual course all about and how's it different.
Well, and we teach it different, very interactive.
Yes.
And they would want to see
that.
that.
We're actually changing some things in the 2-day course to be more like the virtual course, because we like the interaction it develops.
We learned a lot from that, didn't we? And it's just been, this whole thing has been a great experience for growth for everybody. But we're also going to have a 2-day in person.
Right, and that 2-day should have the new stuff in it that we've taken from the 3-day and been put in the 2-day.
So you can, if you're coming on site and you want to, so if you're a certified instructor, want to see how the virtual course is taught, and you're coming to the summit, you'll watch that on your computer. And how that works. But if you have somebody who just wants to come to the 2-day and they're coming in person, we will have that one as well.
Or if they want to do that too.
Yeah,
to see what's changed in the 2-day.
So you have the option of doing that. Then we're going to have some courses that are virtual only. So for instance, risk management. Jim Whiting's in Australia.
Jim Whiting's going to teach the course from Australia.
Yeah.
It'll be the middle of the night for him, but
It
it'll be
will.
daytime for you.
But boy, that course is always so popular.
It is.
Tell us a little bit about the risk management course.
Well, first off, Jim Whiting is such an expert in risk management. He wrote the first, or helped write the first, what was it called? It was the first Australian regulation. Not regulation, it wasn't really a regulation, it was a guidance for people on risk management. And that eventually grew to be the same as the guidance that's worldwide now.
Yeah.
So that he's a source that you can really get something from.
People follow him like the Pied Piper when he comes out of his course every
exactly,
year.
Exactly.
And they know that wealth of knowledge.
He really knows the ins and outs of risk management and how you apply it.
Right.
And how they can use it to manage risk in their companies. So that's, I think, the main thing you're going to get out of that course is how do I use this bag of techniques? How do I approach this? How does management get the things out of it that they need to manage risk at our company?
Now I have a question. Usually at the summit, that course has a limited attendance. Does it being virtual keep it that way, or does it broaden the potential?
I think it's still a limited attendance.
Still going to be limited.
Well, we're talking 15, 16
Yeah.
people. So you have to, if you want to get that one, you got to sign up. Well, all of these that are going to be virtual will have a limit on the number of virtual people in them.
Okay. So those are ones you want to go get signed up for right away because, like, especially gyms, it's always full and it's
We
just so
find
popular.
15 to 16 people is the maximum we can
Yeah.
deal with in a virtual course because you really have to. To keep people
harder.
engaged, you can't have as many people in the virtual course.
And we are sticklers for the quality of all of this that's being taught. So, sometimes you just have to draw that line. Sometimes it's hard. People, come on, more person in.
Well, one more would probably do.
But
10 more, no.
No, because we want you to get that great quality.
You're stealing from the ones who've already registered when you put a whole bunch of new people in.
So absolutely, jump on some of these if you sound like something that you're going to want to take.
Yep.
Getting the most of your TapRooT software, that's going to be virtual only as well.
Yes.
So that is one that if you're in person at the summit, we'll either have a place they can sit and log in and watch it, or
we're gonna, for the virtual courses for the people who are there, we will set up a projector in a room and have somebody monitor that so you can, and speakers, so that you can actually see it in a classroom and be with other people who are going to be there. And of course, if you're operating from your living room or wherever you're watching your computer or your desk at work, then you're going to have the setup we require for this, which is a computer with a camera and the connect into Zoom. And we'll be running the courses that way.
And everybody's becoming experts at this these days.
I think so.
I think everybody will know how to get in there and get logged on to these, so it'll be great.
Well, we'll have a trial beforehand, so they will do a trial hookup beforehand, make sure they can hook in.
Yeah, we've been doing that. That's been very helpful, just to tweak some issues if there are at the beginning, so this course can just start right off.
Yep.
In that course, it's kind of good. You learn to create custom tabs, fields, design your own reports. Select your snap chart preferences, optional investigation techniques. So definitely some great stuff to get more information.
That's the straight using the software, and also there's some things about administering the software there too.
So your administrators at your company, it's a really good. We always encourage them to be in that course.
Yep.
Another virtual only option, which we would do the same setup that you just discussed if you're in person, is TapRooT evidence collection and interviewing techniques to sharpen investigation skills. Super popular.
Barb's course. It's a
Yes,
great
it
course.
is.
People love it.
They do, and we always say that evidence collection and interviewing is foundation for gathering all that data. You definitely everybody trained in TapRooT needs to have this training
Yeah.
to be able to get the right information from their team. And Barb's fantastic at teaching
So it goes
people.
beyond what we teach in the 5-day
Oh,
course.
yeah, it does. Let's see. Well, just real quick, things do you remember? If you have trouble creating a sequence of events on your snap chart because you lack information, if that story is not complete on your snap chart, she's going to tell you how to make sure that that story is complete. How do you remember what to collect?
Well, the getting the things out of people.
Those are
everybody
the best
think
tips.
interviewing is about asking the right questions. It isn't really. It's really about listening, observing, and helping people remember.
Yeah.
And that's what she's really good at teaching
She's
people.
so good at teaching
Yep.
that. And I mean, this right here, how to help witnesses to an incident remember important facts.
Yep.
And you want them to remember them correctly, because that can get really skewed in all the drama and emotions that have gone on when an incident
Exactly.
happens. So that's a fantastic course. Then we also virtually, Kevin McManus is going to be teaching best practices in mistake proofing and corrective action writing. Corrective action writing is super important.
Kevin is really good at the mistake proving
Yeah.
stuff. And he, when you're developing corrective actions, if you can make it so that it doesn't happen again with a good solution, that really is valuable. And Kevin teaches that. And he also teaches you about other factors of making corrective actions to make them effective. So if you're looking for a good boost to your corrective actions, I'd go to Kevin's course.
Because stopping them from happening again is the key. It's what
Yep.
we want. That's what we want to have happen.
So that's if you're listening to these key things to say
Yeah.
that's the course I want to go to. If you want to improve your corrective actions, that's the course you want to go to.
Yeah, and Kevin is a very dynamic teacher. People always enjoy his instruction. So even as virtual, it'll be very high
Yes.
energy, I'm sure. Okay, so then we have a couple of in-person / virtuals.
Okay.
So that's going to be, if you're attending the summit in person, you'll be in the room with the instructor as they're teaching, and then we'll be recording it out to
We'll stream it.
stream it out.
Stream it.
See, I don't get those now words in here.
Yes.
Streaming.
We'll stream using Zoom.
We're going to do that. And it's going to be Equifactor, equipment troubleshooting, and root cause analysis.
So it's the 2-day Equifactor
Yes.
course, the new 2-day Equifactor
Yeah,
course.
excellent. Tell us the difference.
Ken will be teaching it, which is always great. I think it focuses more on the equipment troubleshooting than the old course did. Of course, it teaches you TapRooT too, but it's mainly for equipment and asset reliability people who are going to be going out and doing troubleshooting, and their main investigation or the main incidents they're going to investigate are equipment oriented.
So the examples they'll see, things like that, are all going to be
It's going to be things like pump failures and valve failures.
Not somebody
and
fell in a hole.
Not somebody
Yeah.
fell in a hole. It will be all things you troubleshoot
Yeah.
and come up with good corrective actions for.
Which the reliability and
So
maintenance
if
people
you're
will
looking for a
appreciate.
way to troubleshoot equipment and come up with the root causes on equipment failures and implement good
Yeah.
corrective actions, this is the course. The other thing that's really interesting about it is that, a lot of times you find that these equipment failures aren't really equipment failures. There's somebody did something that caused the equipment to fail. And so it really attacks the human performance side of things and the equipment reliability side of things and equipment failure side of things when it comes to equipment. So if you're interested in equipment, that's the course for you.
And I love that take on it, because I know Ken and I've done videos on that before, and you just kind of sometimes don't think that, it wasn't that the equipment just broke.
No.
Or sometimes it was.
And people stop there.
Right.
Well, it just broke, well,
and
we'll just put a
replace
new
it.
one.
Yeah, and maybe it didn't have something on it to help the person not put it on backwards, or wrong lubrication, so many
It could
things.
be installed wrong.
Yes.
It could be purchased wrong. It could be operated wrong. It could be used for a purpose that it really wasn't designed
Right.
for. And so all those things can lead to problems.
I like that depth of how that goes, because I just think that really people are probably replacing equipment more often than they probably need to.
That's a definite yes. And that costs money. It
Oh,
all
yeah.
adds up. and it takes away from your bottom line.
Oh, absolutely. And that
Not only that,
downtime
the
and
more
everything.
the more times you have to go out and fix things, the more likelihood is that you'll have an error occur and somebody will get hurt.
Yeah.
So it's sort of making your equipment more reliable is a unusual way to improve safety.
Right. And this is, we haven't, while we've done the TapRooT Essentials course virtually at this point, we have not done this.
This will be a first.
This will be a first doing the.
So we'll see how it goes.
Well, and it's a good opportunity for some people out there that,
Couldn't
aren't
get to
being
one.
able to get to Equifactor course.
Right.
This is a good time for you to try to do that.
Exactly.
The last one, the in-person and virtual, is a favorite of ours. It's the Stopping Human Error course, and you and Alex teach that.
Exactly.
And so tell us a little bit about what people are going to get out of that.
Okay, so I like to say if you already have a human performance program where you're trying to reduce human errors, you ought to be in this course, because what you're going to find is some of the things you're doing may be counterproductive, and we really encourage discussions about that. The other one is if you don't have a program to improve human performance, you ought to go to this one to decide, well, what do I want to improve first, and how do I want to improve it? And so we will give you proven techniques, and we will give you techniques that other people teach that I would say are not
better,
proven
Mark.
techniques.
I don't know.
They actually
Be more careful,
violate
Mark.
human factors principles. And so it's sort of like, you may be doing this, but it may not work, and here's why it's not going to work.
And you give such great pros and cons to each of those types of things, and also tell how you can integrate those in with TapRooT.
Yep.
So you can have a complete system. So it's a really
So
fantastic course.
we won't tell you don't use this. What we'll tell you is here's the advantages, here's the disadvantages, and in some cases we believe the disadvantages outweigh the advantages. But you may choose to do it anyhow because for you think that's going to be the best way to do it.
Well, and it was very, when I took that course, I guess it was last year, you got really good discussions out of that. Because different companies use different parts of these, and to listen to some of their feedback and discussion was very interesting.
Yep.
So, well, that's it. That's the lineup.
That's all?
That's all?
That's all we're doing?
That's the lineup for the pre-summit courses. A real easy way to go and review these is to go to our website. You're going to want to go there anyway because that's where you're going to register. So when you go to the website, go to taprooot.com/summit, and you will go, you kind of scroll down and you'll see the pre-summit courses, and they'll be spelled out for you, the agendas and everything, so you can see exactly what's going to be in those courses. And we're wanting people to sign up soon, Mark.
I've got another announcement to make.
Oh, we do?
The 3-day course costs more than the 2-day course does. But if they sign up for the 3-day course, they will get the same price as the 2-day course for the summit, and they'll also get the same discount.
Oh,
so you're
good.
saving a whole bunch of money by going to that 3-day
The 3-day
virtual
virtual
course
essentials.
as a part of, with going to the summit.
Okay, it's good to know. I have to say,
If you sign up for the summit and you get a huge discount.
when I look at that week-long schedule of the summit and the price of it versus, say, a 5-day and the price of the amount of value that comes out of that week is just immense. I mean, you can hardly match it. I mean,
So let me say something about the summit then, just for the end of this. We are working really hard to make the summit just as interactive for the people who are watching it online as for the people who are there live.
Yes.
There will be a name game for
Yep.
people who are online. There will be ability to ask questions and talk to the speakers. If we can work it out, I'm going to try to work it out so you can, when the talks are over, the keynote speakers are available not only to talk to people who want to come up to them, but so that the people online can sort of get in line to go up
that's
and ask
nice.
questions
Yeah.
to the people who are presenting. You know, people
so you
always
might have
do
a
that.
little more
if it's-
access.
So, well, we're
little
going
more
to try.
ability to-
Well,
yeah.
it certainly won't be, it's over
Right.
and it's done. The other thing we're going to do that's really good for both the people who are there live and the people who are online is you're going to have the ability to go back and watch these sessions over again, or watch one that you didn't see because you were in this one over here and you want to also watch this other one. you can go back later and watch the other one.
And that's a first.
That's a first.
Yes.
So we're trying to get this all set up so they'll all get recorded and all get uploaded and all be available for the people who paid once the summit's over,
Well,
so
and
you can
also
go
we
back.
know some people are in time zones that this could be, you know.
If you're watching from Southeast Asia,
Yeah.
let's say, you may want to wait till the next day
Sure.
and then watch that session.
You want to be alert.
To be awake and alive rather than getting up in the middle of the night. Although you may want to stay up in the middle of the night. People work shift work, do that all the time.
We kind of teach that stuff. Alertness is kind of important.
So maybe you want to. Maybe you don't want to watch it live. You want to watch it recorded, and that's okay too.
That's kind of cool because you could kind of pause and take notes and go again possibly. So
Yep, it's always possible.
There's a lot of.
It's like watching a YouTube
There's
video.
Lots of advantages to both the in-person and the virtual, and this is going to be fun. I think we're going to really try to make it a very interactive, be able to network still, which was always important, and still share some best practices and have amazing keynotes and a great time.
Yep.
So go to the website. We are planning hot and heavy right now. You look like you have something else to say.
Another one I was going to say is if you sign up for one of these courses live and you want to change over to virtual, we can probably do that. Just make sure you sign up early, and we'll slide you over, if at all possible.
Right.
So that if something happens and you can't come,
right.
you're not wasting your money. You have an option.
Yeah. We know that things are fluid in the world and changing quickly. So, but hopefully here in a few
Hopefully
months,
changing for the better quickly.
That's what we're all got our fingers crossed for. So anyway, it's going to be great. We're putting a lot of energy into this and making it wonderful for on-site or virtual. Go to our website, taproot.com/summit. If you have not signed up for our newsletter, this is where you're going to find out all that information as it changes or if it changes. Go to our website and sign up for our newsletter so you receive that information. It's very, very, very important that you do that. Mark? Subscribe to our channel.
If this was
like
worthwhile,
it.
if you wanted to know something about the summit, I assume if you're watching this, you wanted to know something about the pre-summit courses, since that is our title on this.
They're good ones.
So there we go.
They are. So follow us on all of our social media channel. Ring the bell, subscribe to the channel, give 2 thumbs up, all those kind of things, and maybe share with us
We
in
got to
the
get
comments.
a bell in here so we can just ring it. Ding a
We
ding a
could bring
ding.
the one from the other room.
Yep.
Let us know if you've already signed up for a pre-summit course or which one you're interested in. We'd love to hear that.
Yeah, leave a comment down below.
That would be really great. Well, thanks everybody for joining us, and we'll see you back here next time.
Bye.